Yeah.
Can we settle something for the internet?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Will you kiss Akaash right now?
I think one of the worst things about this podcast was that even on this podcast, Jasleen tried to make an excuse to try to get out of kissing Akaash.
But it's gonna mess my leg.
Bring that up.
So I'm going to give my full fleshed out opinions on this. I don't want it to be just another pile on because there's a couple of things that I might believe from this podcast that Flagrant did. But one thing I want everyone to watch for while we're doing this video is Akaash's eyes, his body language, telling the story of someone that is broken. His eyes are hollow. This whole situation has not been good for him. And my thing is, what makes me have a hard time feeling sorry for them is that it's their fault. Akaash always going around hyping up their relationship, calling other people cucks. Meanwhile, Jasleen's going around posting all this stuff on social media, whether it's for attention or whether everything she was saying was the truth. They were the ones also posting these videos of her curving all of his kisses.
Popping pussy.
Yeah. Let's just get some definition. Yeah.
So the first thing they talk about is the popping pussy comment and her meaning of that term.
I thought it was just like dancing, getting dressed up, and maybe that was my mistake.
Yeah.
So I acknowledge that.
Look at this. Big one.
Yeah, the act of getting dressed up, looking fly as
They bring up the Urban Dictionary definition of popping pussy just being dancing.
into the wee hours of the morning. That was what I was doing.
Yeah, this is white people's definition of it. That's what I thought. As a white,
Honestly, as a fellow white, that's what I always thought popping pussy was too. So I can understand this definition of that word. She also goes into it being about her Indian background and how she was stifled from being sexual in her youth, which can also be very believable. So off the bat, there are some things here that could be believable, but they also kind of quickly fall apart.
allegedly, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here.
Yeah.
Is it true that you said that there was a rotation of guys?
A roster. Yeah, what does a roster mean to you?
What does this mean?
You guys have to understand, have you ever heard of the repressed Catholic schoolgirl? I was a repressed Indian girl that I didn't even watch Jersey Shore in high school because I felt it to be too inappropriate.
What does a roster mean?
So it didn't actually translate to a roster. It just meant like two guys I was talking to and flirting with at the same time. That's it.
I had a hard time buying this excuse that her definition of roster was two guys in college that she was just talking to. This excuse didn't hit for me whatsoever. I think this is likely a lie, but maybe the truth is that she really did post all of these TikToks for attention, for clout on TikTok, which is always a strong possibility with social media these days. It just seems like a poor excuse, though, to me.
And when you say hooking up, I think people
When
think you
I
meant
mean
fucking.
hooking up, I just meant making out. Again, like everything I say is so amplified and hyperbolic because it's so like incongruous to who I actually am as a person.
The hooking up definition of just being making out is also could be believable for an Indian who was repressed. For certain generations, I do think that's a slight possibility. But going back to a lot of her stories, we've heard that she's used dating apps in the past, which is for hooking up and not the hooking up of making out, the hooking up of having sex. It kind of, when you add up some of the past evidence from the things she has said, this also kind of sounds like an excuse. So even though I can buy that by hooking up she meant making out, that's not the universal definition of it these days.
Also, like in terms of the gold digging,
Yeah.
like
Serious.
Do you do you consider yourself a good gold digger?
Yeah. Because I invested low and waited for it to go high.
So at this point is when the podcast really started to take a turn, that Jasleen's negative attention, there is merit there, that she is a gold digger by the way she lives life, where she doesn't do the cooking and cleaning. She said in this podcast she hires people to clean. But that she just likes Akaash buying her things. And that she was a good gold digger. And she stood by Akaash when they were going through money problems early in their relationship. Although others have dug up the fact that there was a point when things got rough that they broke up.
But then in 2018, like all of the opportunities started to dry up. He was kind of aging out of the MTV bracket and he wasn't really getting any attention from the industry. So he was pretty much losing all his income. And at the same time, I was working a really toxic job. And everything came to a head when my mother-in-law came to visit us. I was being very distant because of everything we were going through. Akaash was very stressed. And I think she kind of internalized it like that I was being bitchy towards her or passive aggressive towards her. It was a huge fight between all of us. Basically, Akaash did not defend me, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I can be in a relationship with this person anymore.
And Akaash's mom and Jasleen had problems with each other during that time too. Later in this podcast, they tried to say that their break from each other, their 2-month break early in their relationship, was not when Akaash was poor. It was after he started making money.
That's cap, Your Honor. But why'd you stay? That's
okay. I stayed because I felt like as soon as I met you, it was love at first sight. I loved you. Like, I don't know. I just felt like...
So we got a soft moment here from Akaash, almost wanting to cry because of Jasleen. For once, actually giving him positive reaffirmations in public. This just does not happen ever. This is why we are in this predicament. That's why they are in this predicament anyway, and why we have been talking about it.
The ducking the kisses. That was those. Listen,
these ones piss me off.
That I'm guilty of. I'm
These
guilty
ones,
of that.
Also, can I just say that I would watch the videos and I would die laughing. As a friend who loves him, I would die laughing.
But next they bring up one of the hardest things about this whole situation. Jasleen ducking all of his kisses.
You always duck his kisses when there are not people around?
No, not when there aren't people around, just when there are people around. And I never even knew.
That's worse.
I never.
So she says that she ducked his kisses only when there were people around, but that's not true because there are various videos out there in their private moments having a conversation where she's recording for TikTok per usual, where he tries to kiss her and she avoids it like always. So no, she doesn't just avoid his kisses in public. She also does so in private.
Maybe it's like the repressed Indian girl thing where it's like I get a little bashful. I do get a little shy despite what the internet thinks.
Most Indians do. I'm the exception.
Yeah, I think I also get overstimulated because Akaash does it a lot.
This is probably her worst excuse of the whole podcast. She's just a shy Indian girl, although she posts everything on TikTok and she says the most absurd things for attention. But yeah, she's shy when it comes to his kisses. That's the reason that she doesn't kiss him.
The videos people have seen are like the proposal videos. They're like already overstimulating.
Once again, saying it's only the proposal videos that she doesn't kiss Akaash, when we've seen many other times her curbing his kisses.
Yeah.
Can we settle something for the internet?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Will you kiss Akaash right now?
So then they do this cheesy thing where she's going to kiss him in public. But watch and see her try and make an excuse with her makeup once again.
But it's going to mess my life.
Bring that ass over here. Bring that ass over here.
So Akaash curbs her kiss on the podcast with this. I think this was the boys trying to make Akaash look like he's not just a pushover. He really is funny and will curb her too. Look, guys, Akaash isn't a pushover. I found that corny.
But I was just saying, I like found so many TikToks where I was saying so many amazing uplifting things, but they didn't grab onto that.
The internet will never reward positivity.
Yeah, that's true.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
This is true. We will never reward positivity. Although I do try on this channel sometimes, it doesn't sell as good as this kind of mess does.
It is a weird thing. It's like when you share your life, like as a couple publicly with the world, you know, and you guys have like idiosyncrasies that are kind of different from a lot of couples.
Hopefully this was a lesson learned for them. I don't know if I am convinced by the end of this podcast, because watching these two different people, Akaash is clearly broken and taking this all very badly. She seems like her regular, normal attention whore self to me.
The orgy thing was fucking... That shit was crazy. I even watched it and I was like, so break us down.
I need an explanation.
Has the orgy happened?
So, okay, no, it hasn't.
Okay,
No, I still only fucked one woman.
So then they go into the whole orgy comments on her podcast, talking about her co-host husband's Nav and his dick and wanting to fuck him and all of that. She had some pretty piss poor excuses for that too.
And that's what I thought was missing in the whole orgy combo, is that he also gets to get some
I
side.
could have doubled my body count.
Yeah. Now, would you have let him get some side in this hypothetical orgy?
Of course. Everyone should be included.
Nah, but Akaash wants the dude.
The dude.
You think he can handle all 10 inches of that? Then you can take...
So Andrew makes a joke about when she said that Nav has a 10-inch dick, and you can see that Akaash did not like that joke at all. He at first wanted that edited out so badly. I know you can see the look on his face when they're talking about him taking Nav's big dick. He shoots back at Nav that Nav is shorter than him allegedly.
Nav down? Or is Nav taking it?
Come on, Nav shorter than me. Who taking it?
Nav the bottom, his dick dragging on the carpet.
Collecting dust.
Once again, this is Akaash trying to show that he is a tough guy. Remember, he's always had this tough guy persona as a comedian. He's not a pushover in real life. Of course, when this was happening on the podcast, though, and he's sitting next to Nav when his wife is making all these comments, he does nothing there to Nav's face. But he's a tough guy on this podcast.
Okay, what the fuck was that joke? Because I think for a lot of people, myself included, like I saw that and I was like, why would she even joke around about that?
Yeah.
With Akaash there, and like, what was the what was the backstory to that?
Now looking back, like it's been pointed out to me, and I get that. I feel like for us, I think I learned so much of my humor from Akaash or whatever.
I will say also, if she had a body count, I would have been like, hey. Cut the. But because she doesn't, and I know how like innocent she actually is.
Oh, you are a virgin? That's real?
I was a virgin until I met him, yeah.
So one of the biggest problems and why this really took off as a problem is they were going around to saying they were virgins, and I still believe that Akaash was a virgin. She and Akaash are still saying that she was a virgin before they got married. We either have to take their word for it or just believe that they are living a lie together, I guess, which is possible with the way they both act.
It's like when Akaash's birthday comes around.
And then to end this whole debate, she kind of doubles down on how she hates being so nice to him on his birthday. And I feel like all of this goodwill from Andrew and the Flagrant crew to try and fix this problem, this internet problem for Akaash and Jasleen, kind of goes off a cliff here when she once again complains about having to be nice to Akaash on his birthday, when all this man does is take care of her the other days of the year.
I have to pretend that it's like so special, but
I
it's
don't
like
even ask for this.
the one day. Yeah, you do. The one day of the year that I have to like be totally selfless,
Oh yeah, that I
which
want.
is really hard for me.
Yeah, that I want.
Jasleen, you're doing a horrible job right now. Jasleen, just when we think we've gotten you out of it,
Take that part
go
out.
back
Take that
in.
part out.
Go back in, okay? You dig the hole deeper, okay? His birthday is a great day,
Yeah,
and we love his birthday.
yeah.
Which day is it?
What-
May the 4th.
Okay, all right, you passed.
So to me, it's the tale of two different people here. Akaash, who genuinely is feeling bad about this whole situation, and Jasleen, who still seems to be loving the attention. I think all in all, one of these two things has to be true about this situation. Either it was all just for attention, everything she was saying on social media was to be over the top for clout, and her doing this character of always talking shit to Akaash, going along with all these videos being posted of her curbing his kisses, is the reason they're in this, and this was all her fault, and she just wanted attention because she's an attention whore. And it actually worked, because this whole podcast from Flagrant was about her. She's getting all the attention that she wanted. Either that's the truth from all of this, or the truth is she lied to Akaash. She is a wife that walks all over him, and he has just been going along with this because he truly doesn't think he can do any better, which is something he has said in his stand-up comedy shows as of late. Either way, I don't know if this podcast got them out of all of this negative attention that they brought upon themselves.